How's everybody doing back in here again on this roller coaster ride? Up, down, in, out. Bring back to the ride. What's going on, Hank? So you hear me loud and clear, right? I'm on to YouTube, brother. 212. Trying to get this party started. Family, welcome back to everybody. It's been a minute, I know. Trying to get more consistent. You know how it is. You know how it can be. We get there though. Week by week. Day by day. That's what we do. Day by day. As we get this party started, you know what I'm saying? Woo! As we get this party started. In a minute, we're gonna talk about this Katt Williams interview that went viral. You know, the shit was funny, the shit was crazy. But let us warm up a little bit up in here. As we get this thing started on the radio station where we were at in America all the way over to Africa to the continent. Woo! Everybody coming in on TikTok, what's up with everybody on TikTok? How you doing? Everybody smash that friend for me on TikTok. Give me some love, family, as we get this thing started. Show me a little love on this TikTok app, family. Let me ship us a little more love. Got Kevin Hart, the dress looking all, you know, doing his best. To prove he's not a tool. He don't wear the dress like all these other Negroes do, right? As Katt was exposed his ass. Like that. Shorty's out in Vegas. Get it back. Like that. Surely get it back like that. Like that. Get it back. Get it back. Clap it on out. Come on. Almost there. Got one more minute before we get this party started. Black. Hot. Bam. Shout out to everybody on TikTok, everybody on YouTube, Everybody on the gram. Everybody on Twitter / whatever they call that thing now, X. Everybody on Rumble. About to get this party started, right? Join on in. Booyah, back in the building, family. There we go. Let's quench this right here and get this party started, right? All right, here we go. I want to say welcome back to everybody to the Black Hot Fire Network show. I'm your host, Mr. Black Hot Fire. Always on that ass. And we're broadcasting live from the homeland of the United States of America, all the way over to the mother continent of Africa, because we're truly one of the only international radio shows, and that's what's up. And I want to give a shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Twitter /X, everybody on Rumble, everybody on TikTok, and everybody on the flagship black station, BlackHotFireNetwork.com. So strap on your head gear and get ready for this ride, because you know why? School's back in, stupid. Here we go. Black Hot Fire. Come on. Woo! We up in here, family. Welcome back. Black Hot Fire. Now as we proceed to give you what you need, wherever you're at, if you're on YouTube, smash that like button. If you're on TikTok, smash the screen. If you're on Rumble, hit the like button. If you're on Facebook, you know what to do. If you're on Twitter /X, hit the like button or whatever they do over there, but we everywhere. And if you're on the radio station, just sit back and listen. And let's ease you right into this thing. Black Hot Fire. Come on. Woo! Let us ease you right on into this thing. Now we got some controversy that happened, right? A few days ago with Katt Williams. It was hilarious to me. Exposed the Satanic Hollywood. How all these phonies get down. There was some exposing going on. Black Hot Fire. All her cameras up and running right. YouTube is trying to suppress what I'm doing. But we have been here. We're in the belly of the beast. Kevin Hart in the dress, and all other boot-licking and handkerchief head phonies in Hollywood always gotta put on the garments and run around with a penis in their damn mouth, huh? Why is that? Why is everybody gotta have their buttholes exposed and penises going everywhere? What's up with that? Anybody can tell me to deal with that? What's up with that? Help me out. Help me understand what's going on. Black, hot, fire. I want to know. And crowd minds would like to know. Me and you both, right? Black, hot, fire. Woo! Black, hot, fire. Welcome back to everybody. Happy to have you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared because we back up in this piece, family. Don't be scared. We back up in here. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had having a decent weekend. I am too. Hope everybody's having a decent weekend, you know. I want to talk about family. Turn my ride-out music down a little bit. Gonna have my ride-out music before we start. You know, so Katt Williams did this long-awaited interview with Shannon Sharpe a few days ago on his podcast called Club Shay Shay. And it was telling so much truth, you know, it was shutting down the internet. It went viral. Because this is the year of exposing everything. You know, you got the filthy stuff that T.D. Jakes has been allegedly, you know, caught up in. You got the nonsense that Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever nonsensical name he calls himself these days, has been caught up in, you know. So, people are now being aired out in Hollywood. There seems to be no more sacred cows. You know, before this year's over, I don't think anybody would be able to call themselves a Hollywood star who's not been hit. So we know, especially as black people in the industry, they've had to do certain things that go against, you know, their character or you know, maybe not against their character because they've all capitulated in doing these filthy acts that we know about, right? That Katt was talking about. He was happy, he said, that he never had to, you know, suck a penis, you know, and he still got a virgin a-hole, as he called it, you know, try to keep it clean, try to keep this thing PG, right? What's going on, Strong? What's going on, Jennifer? So, you know, he aired out a lot of truths about these, you know, especially from a comedic standing, how he aired out Steve Harvey phony. But now we've been talking about Steve Harvey being a gatekeeping, bootlicking, handkerchief-head Negro for the longest time, right? We would say that about Steve forever. Oh, give me a second, guys. I forgot to say, anybody want to call in? The number is 850-368-9102. Numbers 850-368-9102. Feel free to call in and make your voice known. If you want to, you know, you want to talk to me on Twitter, just hit the invite button. I'll listen to you on Twitter. I mean on TikTok. Don't talk about the discussion that we're talking about. Don't come in with none of your goopy challenges on TikTok. You know, the discussion is what we're talking about. If you want to be invited, that's going to be the menu. You know, that's going to be the main course on the menu is what we're talking about. Not no other nonsense. TikTok has a way of just spewing out nonsense when you invite people on this app. So, unbeknownst to Shannon Sharpe, who's also a bootlicker, you know, he's a gatekeeper, an industry gatekeeper. He was put off guard with all the things that brother Katt Williams was saying. So he did allow Katt Williams to have his say and go anywhere without really shutting him down. So I will give Shannon Sharpe that credit. He really did not interfere with Katt Williams too much what he wanted to say. And so I want to air out a few of these pieces on here. So we know we laugh a little bit too. I just want to air out a little bit. So let me, without further ado, let me start from the beginning, y'all, real quick. Let me see here. Let me set my screen up real quick, y'all. Give me a second. We air out just a little bit of this stuff here. Give me just 1 second, guys. Let me take this one down real quick. Got full access to the screen. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see my screen right now. Let me set this up. Turn the music down. Let Katt Williams start.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin brain. This is the reckoner. 2024. On my life, grinding on my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice. That's why. On my life, I've been grinding on my life. On my life, been grinding on my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
I'm gonna play a few excerpts of this right here, see what Katt Williams talking about. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll tell you guys to go back and look at it. It's a pretty long interview. It's about 2 hours and 50 minutes, but it is hilarious.
Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna love him. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy Award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Katt Williams.
Thank you, sir. That was magnificent. You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Yeah. You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate it. Tell people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike
now I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna go through some excerpts.
This one doesn't taste like.
So we're talking about some things that's funny as hell. Let me get this intro in.
Colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, right, or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Katt.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like
you don't get too many interviews
of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean? And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face.
So now he's already going in on calling all these cats lowbrow, right? He's saying all these cats were lowbrow. He's already telling they low budget, they're not on his level, and they should keep his name out his mouth. Keep his name out their mouth is virtually what he's saying, you know, and he's virtually signaling to Shannon by getting all these accolades. Now, Shannon is an old-time Uncle Coon, you know, Uncle Tom Coon. So, you know, we'll cut Katt some slack by giving Shannon all these accolades.
I tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years.
But the funny part about it, he was mentioning all these guys as a clique, like a Steve Harvey. That ain't even funny. How Steve Harvey gets show after show, he barely could read. You guys remember Steve Harvey did the Miss Universe some years ago, and he wrote and he read the wrong cue card and announced the wrong winner. This moron. Because they're bought and paid for bootlicks. They'll do anything what they said, right? You know, what they're told to do. They'll do anything they're told to do. So that's why they're given opportunities. You know, Ricky Smiley, another non-funny brother, that's why he's giving the show. All these people giving shows or getting put on, like Katt Williams saying, because they're safe Negroes. They're not going to buck the system. And as you know, every time the Democrats move on black people as far as voting, they always initiate one of these handkerchief head bootlicks to carry the soap out there for black people, to disinform black people on various causes that do not benefit us. So these are your gatekeeper Negroes he's talking about, right? You know, why are they put on and held in such high esteem when all of them are nothing more but liars and phonies, he's saying. You know, like Steve Harvey, you guys, you know, Steve Harvey, we can easily throw under the bus right now because he's been anti-black since he's been out here. Remember when you had Paula Dean calling black people all kind of N-words? It had people dressing up like slaves on her little estate. And didn't want to pay the black people for cooking for. You know how racist it is. They use Steve as cover, so they let him. You know, every time something happens in white America that's egregious towards black people, they'll bring out. You know, they just roll out they bootlick Steve. You know, it used to be Oprah back in the day, but you know they roll they bootlicks out to try to water everything down amongst black people. You know, she's openly been calling black people the N-word for generations. You know, 20, 30 years. And then come out and say, you know, my daddy called them the N-words. I didn't know no better not to call every black person I came across the N-word. I had no idea that was wrong. And so Steve Harvey would come out there and brush over. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know why they get mad. It's in all the music. It's in all the rap songs. Just like an Uncle Tom Coon. That's why he's there. That's why he's elevated. You know, you can't name me one Steve Harvey joke that's ever been funny. Ever. You know, he gets to do corny jokes on the Family Feud or whatever new dumb game show he's got. But as a comedian, he's not funny. And like he told him right, he couldn't act because he can't read. You know, he's a moron. But they will elevate the morons if it does them justice. Now, I've been hearing something funny about, you know, they've allowed Katt Williams to come over here and expose them, but why did they do this? A lot of times they allow, even though Katt Williams is outside, right, of the establishment right now, they let him come in and bring down Kevin Hart and Sid the Entertainer and Steve Harvey as a message to them, right? They will allow Katt to go at them to bring them down a peg to let them know, don't get too high. You know, don't get too high and mighty over here because we'll use somebody outside the industry to bring you down. Instead, they always going to go after black people to bring you down no matter what. They'll use somebody outside the industry to do it because he was airing out all day dirty laundry. As you see how Kevin Hart came on and tried to say, trying to make up some more lies. He was roasted, talking about his new Goopy movie. Because he couldn't go against the allegations that Katt had put on him that he was never in the clubs grinding ever. He was already a plant. That's what they do. He's an industry plant, right? So he's letting you know these are industry plants. Like a Steve Harvey, a Ricky Smiley, they all coming out, And it's clearly all on the internet. You see how said the entertainer tried to come out and say, I never stole nobody's joke. I respect Katt, but I never stole. And everybody showing the jokes that he did steal. It's obvious he was stealing these jokes from Katt Williams, right? So Katt Williams has been vindicated over and over again. And everybody's upset, right? So this is going to be the year of exposure. You see what's happening with TD Jake's nasty, filthy butt, allegedly. But this is the year of exposure, and as black people, we should hold no reverence for any kind of entertainer, any kind of athlete, or any kind of musician. None whatsoever. Or actor. Because we know they'll do anything to get paid. They'll do anything and say anything to make sure they have a higher standard of living. They'll throw anybody under the bus that disagrees with that.
Hollywood, you ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was going to be
exactly. It's not funny.
And Katt Williams was going to be
they let him be act coolish in movies. That's what these are cool in movies. But you've never seen a stand-up comic session that Kevin Hart's done that anybody thought was funny. I've never seen one stand-up show that Kevin Hart has ever done where people say, wow, that was funny, left out laughing like a Dave Chappelle or a Katt Williams. I've never seen it. Now, maybe I'm mistaken. I've never seen a funny Kevin Hart set in my life. As far as a comedy set, him doing an hour and a half of new material making you laugh. I've never seen it.
Gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know.
He shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the person.
Now, a lot of people got offended by Katt telling the truth because most people can't deal with truth telling. Most people, excuse me guys, most people have been inundated with so many lies they can't understand the truth. They don't like the truth. They've been inundated with so many lies. Now, Katt Williams just spoke the truth. Most people got upset about that. You know, we've been inundated in society with so many lies. When someone speaks the truth, remember they're now relegated to being crazy or on drugs. Remember, Kevin Hart kept saying the man was on drugs. He just told you why he never did no hard drugs. But I'll let him speak for himself.
There, you telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, this should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he
Sir, no one, why no? He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You know about in Hollywood, they switch off roles. You take this and he, what?
Are you interested in starting your own Faceless YouTube automation channel?
Got a commercial for this thing. Sorry about that, young.
Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and the powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talk about
saying respectfully, he didn't want to get raped in no movie because it didn't look good. It wasn't a good look on him.
All the credibility,
I agree with that,
and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy, and this
exactly. K.
And rape.
Have you ever seen Tiffany Haddish even funny? They only gave put on because she did that movie Girls. What's it called? Girls Trip. You know, with the mother washed up broad. Wasn't Jada Pinkett Smith in that Girls Trip too? If I'm not mistaken, I never seen it. A bunch of washed up broads going on a trip or something, right? so the ideal that Tiffany Haddish that, but they put Tiffany Haddish in movies what? Because she's always what? Ghetto. She's always based and screaming about she want a white man all the time. You know, that was she screaming can anybody find me a white man? I want to be a white man. Anybody got a white man? That's her whole shtick. That's the whole shtick that she's looking for a white man. You know, because her comedy stinks. So I think she like having charges now for what? For pedophilia too? And she been charged for pedophilia as well? Her and Ari Spears out there following little kids and shit.
It's never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Shannon. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now.
Let me find these other extras we go through.
And Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley?
Now, I don't know if that's true.
Was it First Sunday?
I don't know if that's true or not.
You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not about the dress yet.
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women. And I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that,
all right, so yeah, Queen Latifah gave the picture.
He was supposed to play.
I know it's a bunch of washed up cats up in it.
Play Santa Claus. An outright lie. So that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why he's a liar. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black man think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit.
Now, I'm not going to lie, back in the day, I thought Steve's hair was real. I didn't know that was a wig. I had no idea that was a man unit. Did you guys know Steve Harvey was rocking a wig back then? That was a whole hair hat. I used to talk about Steve's lineup. Man, he got good. Whoever his barber, man, they doing a good job. I didn't know that Negro was putting on a whole hair helmet. The Negro was putting on a whole hair helmet. what the hell is going on? This cat was putting on a whole hair helmet. Like, what? Like, what is going on? What's happening, Captain? He was putting on a whole hair hat. I had no idea.
Then you ask it, why are you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. It's the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star.
Now remember,
couldn't be a movie star.
Now everybody know Bernie Mac was hilarious, right? Bernie Mac was the real deal. And Steve is a petty cat. I mean, we got stories now. 25 years later, we know how bad Steve is. I mean, you had the little letter that came out when he told him, we had a little goopy show, TV show, a little talk show, telling people not to talk to him, not approach him, don't say nothing to him, don't do nothing with him. And so, just all kind of crazy behavior. And then you got the other young lady coming out a few months ago. What was that? What was the dingy one inside the TV show he had that was Dayton Said, the entertainer, on the show? I forgot it, whatever her name was. She was somebody Jenkins. About could nobody stand his ass. Everybody's telling the truth. All skeletons that come out the closet because he's one of these individuals that just ain't no good. He just don't give a damn, and he's been put up by the powers that be. So I think this is them sending a shot across their bow to let them know don't get too big, because we'll use even our outside individuals to destroy your character. Because we already know you're a liar. Now the system already know the system that's already elevated these bootlicks already know that they're liars and shameless. So I'll get somebody outside the industry that I'll allow to come in and just destroy your reputation, prove how much a liar that you are. That's why I think they allowed Katt to come in and say what he said, because it was to go after these other handkerchief head Negroes and let them know, hey, don't think you get too big. We can always get you, always. So I think this is a message being sent to them.
There are 30,000
watch they step.
Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over cable and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Kevin.
You did too, 10 speed. I thought he had a great barber too. I ain't had a good shape up since COVID. 3 years. I used to pride myself on having a good shape up and good damn fade. He had a good fade and shape up in 4 years. But exactly right, 10 speed, exactly right. I thought that was his hair. I didn't know he was wearing a hair hat. I had no idea that was some kind of funky wig on top of his damn head. I had no idea what was going on with that dude's head. I thought that was real. I ain't know he had a whole hair hat on.
I'm gonna let you drink anymore.
You guys notice where Shannon Sharpe was all uncomfortable when he started talking about real things, because Shannon Sharpe has always been an old time coon.
Hello? I've had a cent less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let
and you fool too, man. Yeah, those fools.
Telling you why he ain't.
I dare say that was one of the best shape ups.
He can't even get his arms off his stomach. Sitting over there. Why I got a movie set. He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed.
You see how uncomfortable Shannon is? Katt. So Katt now goes in on Cedric the Entertainer fat ass. Talking about, he wish I don't know why I'm not no movie star. Sitting up there looking like a fat walrus, he said. Let me go back a little bit.
That's it.
Let me go back.
The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie.
Yeah, it went viral. Everybody watched it. It's a season for exposure.
Like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach. Sitting over there. Why I got a movie set. He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the
I'm not a movie
He's
star.
supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you have a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You want to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then
I haven't watched. That's been told. That's been said for years.
That never happened.
Melon got us about Shannon.
Untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each.
See, remember, even though he's talking about these other people, you can put Shannon Sharpe in the same category of the people he's talking about. Remember, you put Shannon Sharpe in that same category. When you talk about, when you get to Hollywood, you get your light-skinned, weird-faced woman. Right? And when you get to Hollywood, you get your light-skinned, weird-faced woman. That's what you get. Now, Shannon Sharpe has always been completely to white women, right? and then a lot of them have destroyed his ass. But he still wanted to cape for him because when he said that, he was talking about Jonathan Majors being chased down New York by a white woman, and Shannon Sharpe almost had a pick. Come on, Katt. Come on, man. I said, no, I don't got no problem with white women, but they'll destroy you. You got to throw that in because, like I said, Shannon Sharpe is you've never seen Shannon Sharpe with nobody black, ever. He's an old time Uncle Tom Coon. Old time.
Thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys.
Exactly.
The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steve saying he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons.
That's what he's saying.
Tell these ridiculous stories because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't disagree. All the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay, what comedian do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Damn, Katt Williams. Look like anybody.
46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them damn commercials.
6 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business. Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. Why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years,
you got a light-skinned, weird-faced wife.
Nobody's ever talked to her, and that she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants, all catching hell.
All these big dick deviants are catching hell.
It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
He said all these big dick deviants are now catching him.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I can have that number again.
Amen.
Cheat.
Oh. Right.
I don't really kind of know where to go. One more time.
You don't know where to go. You all shaking up. You all shaking up. I don't really know where. I don't really know where to go.
Why did he get blackballed?
Yeah.
Because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you won't tell it.
No, somebody coming.
So he's saying he knows it. So remember, he's going to tell you about Weinstein asking could he suck his penis for a role. He's going to talk about other cats, got to bend over in the Hollywood business. So obviously all this is true now. There's no more conspiracy theories. Like, remember they used to gaslight us all the time, say you had a tinfoil hat, if you said, what was going on behind the scenes in Hollywood. They would say you were crazy. They would say you had a tinfoil hat on. You were a conspiracy theorist. Everybody, all conspiracy theories are now being revealed. Everything was a conspiracy theory now seems to be 100% real and truthful. Isn't that odd? Isn't that funny? Everybody's a conspiracy nut, a conspiracy theorist.
Tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things.
Yeah, about Ludacris getting his movie
deal.
deal.
I don't know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty.
And remember, he told you he was homeless as a child, leaving home at 13. And that takes some guts. He left his parents' house at 13 from Dayton, Ohio. And he got a trip with a trucker all the way down to Miami as a 13-year-old child. Now you got some guts to be homeless at 13, especially leave the city and state that you're from, that you're born and raised in, right? End up all the way down Miami and homeless in the park. Remember, he said he seen all kind of doctors and lawyers, and he would ask them their story. He said, what's your story? How you end up out here? And it always was crack, cocaine, meth, heroin, or some other hard drug, ice, whatever they call it, some other hard drug. So he said, after hearing this story, they said, we're all messed up. We made some mistakes in our lives. But now I'm out here in the woods sucking dick. He said, whoa. When he heard that, he was scared straight for life. He didn't have to worry about doing no hard drugs, right? He said, I don't want to be in the woods sucking dick. Because that's what they were doing. He said, my life is messed up now. I got to be in the woods sucking dick. God damn. I guess that's the only way they can make $1 back then. I don't know what's going on. Why are you in the woods in Miami sucking dick? What the hell's going on? Tragic time.
And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor as playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Q set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard. Oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Kat. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories.
It's making up shit.
Where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that. You homeless, it was her. Then you went married to her.
You know, it's so sad how duplicitous and rotten Steve Harvey is as a person. You know, been married 3 times, making all kind of fake books.
Special about the Comedy Store, in fact.
You know, Steve Harvey can't read no right? This moron talking about he wrote. I said years ago, Steve Harvey ain't wrote no book talking about think like a man. This moron ain't never read a book. How's he gonna be writing books when he can't read? You guys know damn well that Steve Harvey can barely read, let alone cue cards. So how's he writing whole books trying to give people advice how to get women? He's been 3 times divorced, or twice divorced, and three times married. Who the hell is he going to give advice to? Right? Who's he going to give advice to, right? I'm trying to invite you. Where's the invite thing at? Is that it? That was has to be invited. I don't know. Well, anyway. All right now. Anyway. So anyway, you know. Who's this on here? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. No battles. Now you're the wrong place for battles. So go ahead. Nah. I thought you wanted to talk about what we're talking about. No battles. So just go ahead and sign on off. No battles. Not right now. There you go. Told you, but you never know what you go to this TikTok shit.
Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. There being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No,
That's true. We never seen no Kevin Hart before he got in the movies and shit, TV. You never seen him do any kind of grind. We never seen him do any kind of grind on the ground as a comedian. And anybody tell me Kevin Hart is funny as a comedian, I think I'd ask you, are you on drugs?
Never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
In 3
Oh,
steps,
man.
I'll show you how you can make an extra
These
$1,000,
are commercials.
$10,000.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being in the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior.
Now, sad fact, most people want to know that they are a cabal. It's controlled. You know, it's controlled opposition when you go to Hollywood. Everything is controlled. People want to think it's meritorious, right? Everybody's getting on top and given opportunities by meritorious, by their talent. But we know that's not the case. They're only given certain rings of power, certain rings of influence when they're going to do the bidding of the powers that be. Most of the cats, he said, they're considered successful in America, but they're not truly funny. And they would never be put on by us. That's why every time you got one of these Tyler Perry movies, he's not even talented either. Because he makes all these, their agenda is that homosexual stuff. So now we got all these agendas dealing with LGBTQ. He pushes that and tells all these actors that they need to have this same kind of roles. Every one of his movies that has some LGBTQ shit up in it all the time. So Tyler Perry pushes forth the narrative. That's why he was allowed to gain success. Because his movies are absolute garbage. His movies are absolute garbage. But he was allowed to have success because he was willing to push the agendas of the powers that be. You see, these movies got all these gatekeeping Negroes. Every time something good pops up in black society, they be the main ones that try to calm us down and stop us from getting to the truth. These are the gatekeeper Negroes. So since these individuals make all the money, they get to put these nefarious Negroes in certain positions of influence and a little bit of power. But in Hollywood, they don't have any power because they're black. But a little bit of influence because it benefits the power that be to have their handkerchief head bootlicks installed and in place to agree with any kind of dirty work they're talking about, especially concerning us. Every time something is anti-black and doesn't work in our benefit, one of these gatekeeping, bootlicking Negroes, they'll pop up in front of you. Every time. Every time. It's like clockwork. Bringing the next bootlick. Have bootlick will travel.
For your team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharpe...
Exactly right, Tiffany. Never that funny. Never that funny. But he put on that dress.
That doesn't change when I check.
After he put on the dress he said he would never put on, that's when he blew up. Once he did the humiliation ritual, which they give these cats, these black cats, then he was allowed to go, move to the next level. That's why you got Tyrese out here running around in a dress. All these Negroes said they wouldn't wear the dress. Next thing they wear the dress because they know if they don't, they're going to be destroyed because they have no real power within Hollywood. So they all abdicate their integrity and put on dresses. Got Tyrese running around here in a damn dress. Talking about nothing no one ever made me do compromise my integrity. I've never done that in my life. And then 2 days later, you see the Negro walking around in some crazy red long dress, smiling and waving. Same thing like Kevin Hart did on Saturday Night Live with a skit that wasn't funny. So you know he was purposely made to do it. See, you know what you're looking at. They tell you, don't believe your lying eyes. The skit wasn't even funny when he come off that goofy dress. It wasn't a funny skit. But we know what it was about. In order for you to go to the next level, this is what you want to do. We will make sure you're easily controlled and you'll do what you're told to do when you're told to do it. That's why no truth ever comes out of none of these Hollywood black celebs. Nothing. They work against our better interests. They work against what benefits us as a collective. Every time they work against. And if you notice, they never build shit. For all the money they got, they never built anything to give back to their own community and uplift it. Never. They never give back to the black community anything and try to uplift the black community. There's always some detrimental shit they keep talking to you about.
Change that remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 black guys on there. Ooh.
Look at Shannon Sharpe. He been asked to do the same thing. That's why he's looking all crazy. Hey man, you can't be mentioning that these white men be asking to suck your penis. These cats with the small hats, Weinstein. You can't be mentioning that. You can't mention that. Because Shannon either did it or has been asked to do it. Especially him. They tell you, he's an old time Uncle Tom Coon. So Shannon has been said that. Has been told that. Oh, I'm looking like a deer in headlights. Come on, Cat. I'm talking about these people asking you to suck your people. You think Terry Crews was the only one that got fondled in Hollywood when the white Jewish man grabbed his dick and balls at a party? You think he was the only one? Shannon Sharpe's around all them nefarious, debaucherous bastards now. He's around all those debaucherous individuals. So that's why he's looking all crazy when Katt said it. Harvey Weinstein asked to suck my penis for a role. They said when he got to the audition, there were 3 other black guys there. I thought you promised me the role, and I told you no. I told you no.
So you wonder what they did.
I told you no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room,
Comedy Club.
Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
Exactly.
They tell you that themselves. Well, I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called over.
Exactly, Shay Shay.
What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star?
Enough said, to be Shay Shay. What? I said that when I first heard it a few years ago when he came out with that name. Shay Shay. Now you know. But we're not allowed to say it on these social media platforms, what that is. Or what that leads to.
For Bernie, I will have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
I'm Tom Busby.
Oh,
See the $735 check?
All these guys are not funny out there.
Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up anymore. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we just...
I want to protect you real quick. Because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Since they not funny, not one of them.
You tried Cedric.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys said in 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the date's wrong, yeah. So
let's go ahead and clear that up.
Okay.
You said,
yeah.
I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke ceiling, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done.
Now remember, that's the joke that Said the Entertainer came out a few days ago. Put his own live, said that's his joke and he'll know what Katt Williams is talking about. And then also video surfaced on the net showing that Said stole that joke. Almost identical. All he did was change the car to a spaceship. I mean, the same mannerisms, the same everything. They showed it side by side. I think these cats don't realize video exists. Because it was like 1999 or 98. They don't believe that, the internet might not have been popping up yet. It was there, but it wasn't as big as it is now. But they still had video. All these cats are being exposed. It's crazy. You'll come in and try to make a video saying it wasn't you and Katt's lying, and then the video pop up with you and Katt side by side, and you stealing his material verbatim. You stealing this man's material verbatim. So now you go back and look like even more of a liar. They put it side by side that you stole this man's material verbatim. It's absolutely crazy.
On this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
And that's what he's talking about.
Well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up. It takes about 3 minutes. But then you're just...
And then he also showed you how Steve Harvey was so jealous and spiteful and so ridiculously, just a bootlick. Can't call him, I guess you call him a hair-handed wig-wearing bastard, right? Steve Harvey got that man wig on, but he was stealing Mark Curry's whole shtick, as they were both coming up. And then still the man's whole little TV program, hanging with Mr. Cooper, took it on his show. It's all, it's blatantly obvious And then they showed the jokes that Steve stole from Mark Curry. They never mentioned. You know, it's blatant. That's how. But these cats are duplicitous. And all these other morons don't have any character. These are the ones they always put in front of you as being successful, right? All these other fake phones that want to be on YouTube, we call these cats successful, but they're nothing more than cutthroat and duplicitous. And they'll do anything, sell anybody out, or throw anybody under the bus to get where they need to go, to be the one Negro at a time that the white man approves of, because they are what? Gatekeeper Negroes. They jockey to become the gatekeepers.
Hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it.
Exactly right, that video's so obvious. It's crazy.
It's not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998. I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the
exactly right.
Comedy.
I said, well, they are a motley crew.
He just changed my car into a spaceship.
Wow, man.
Hate Standup from Street.
You read damn commercial? I should have took the clips myself and clipped together. I was running late.
He had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why would I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We can make every second count. We draft.
His own goofy thing.
Books because you mentioned you were such a voracious reader, and a form of punishment when they would take the books for, because you could read fluently. You told me how at like 3 or 4 years old you could read, not just a little child's book, but you could read.
Well, I'm saying when we go to Haiti to do missionary work, understand that my mother and my father, nobody else speaks French.
That's what I said, Jibber Jabber, you got here. I said it's amazing he was able to leave home at 13 and get on the truck, catch a ride with a truck driver down to Miami, homeless by himself. I found that absolutely amazing. Like, you know, and then lived out in the park or whatever he lived at, homeless for some years, you know. At age 13, never went back home, never ended up going to high school, never finished any kind of schooling. So his whole story is amazing. I agree.
And I mean, it speaks Creole and reads French. So I'm in charge of everything, from the housing to the cars to the gardener. Like I'm saying, so I'm not just reading. I'm reading in multiple languages. Like I'm probably reading 3,000 books a year from the time that I'm 8 years old to the time that I'm 12. No fiction books at all. I'm only reading nonfiction.
You could drive at 12, you received a full scholarship to the National Science Academy in Dayton, Ohio. But you failed, so you would become ineligible. Why did you want to take that opportunity?
I didn't see it as an opportunity. When I got in there, all the students were wearing lab coats. coats, and it seemed very confined and restricted, and nobody seemed like they were having fun. It just seemed like everybody was smart. I didn't want that. That wasn't what I was signing up for at all.
Exactly right, sir. I could imagine that at 13.
Jesus was my big homie. So you know how you get a story about a dude joined the gang, you get a big homie, right? Like at this particular point in my life, my thought is that the Bible is the greatest book that's ever been written.
Okay.
That it houses the truth, and that it gives you this story of Jesus, and that I'm supposed to be like him.
Okay.
So it's already in my head that as soon as I get 13, I'm leaving.
You at 13, you not only like, okay, mom, I'm moving out. You moved from Ohio to Florida on your own. You weren't afraid. I mean, you like, did you? So what were you going to do when you got to Florida?
Don't say I wasn't afraid. There's no such thing as a human being of not being afraid.
Okay.
There are certain human beings that understand that being afraid in no way stops you from doing what you got to do.
Okay.
So I was afraid, but I couldn't be that afraid because I knew what had happened with Jesus. I knew how it worked out. I knew that I wasn't in the wrong with how I was feeling, and I knew that I didn't have any bad intentions in it.
Right.
So I trusted God that it would work out.
Why Florida?
Because if you're raised in Ohio, the one thing on your list is, I'm going to get away from snow, and I'm going to get as far. I want to go. Tell me the place. I literally went to a truck stop and I asked all the truck drivers where they was going. And there was one guy going to California and there was one guy going to Florida. And they told me how long it was going to take. And so that's why I ended up in Miami. Because...
How did you get there? You caught a bus? Or?
No, I just told you. I was at the truck stop. I didn't hitchhike. I got in the back of the dude's 18-wheeler. Me and my Rottweiler puppy and my suitcase. Yeah, because I probably had $2,500 on me, like I was shoveling snow and cutting grass. Like I always had pockets full of money.
When did you make the decision that you were going to leave Ohio and go somewhere? And it ended up being Florida. So, but when did you know that you were leaving Dayton, Ohio, going to Florida?
Increase your profit and work less time with Kittle, a genius new AI tool which is perfect for print on demand. You can conquer any niche you choose. All you need is a good idea, which Kittle will help you bring to life in just minutes, using highly customizable templates and assets, as well as the power of AI, which is trained for this type of work. Kittle is totally free to try, so click the link and make an account in a matter of seconds and test it out for yourself. With Kittle, you can create work that looks like it took you hours to make in a fancy design software. Not only does Kittle have millions of design assets and templates that you can customize any way you want, but our intuitive Kittle AI will help you create stunning images, clip art, even vector images, all from just putting in a text prompt. So let's take a quick look at how it works. From the homepage, we can search thousands of templates in a variety of categories, but for now, let's click on t-shirts, and I'm going to type in camping, and look how many templates there are for us to get started with. And ready to print on demand. I love the
and go somewhere. And it ended up being Florida. So, but when did you know that you were leaving Dayton, Ohio, going to Florida?
And my father and I's last interaction, somebody could have not made it. And we both understood that was all bad.
What was the disagreement about?
If you say that my family is very religious, just say I'm not. So anything that I'm going to do is going to fall out of the guidelines.
Right.
But I'm not going to let you tell me what I'm going to be, even, especially if what you're saying is wrong. I can't condone wrong. And if I find out that something is wrong and I tell you it's wrong and you don't back me, that's what it is.
Even as a young child, you were willing to tell your parents that some of the things that you're saying doesn't coincide with what I've been reading in the Bible.
No. Very simply, don't try to disfellowship me for sexual acts and I'm a virgin. Sorry, God don't make mistakes. You don't.
I can't watch too many Kevin Hart movies either, because he's just not
He
funny.
went to God and he told you I was guilty. You was right
Look
on
past
God.
that part.
So long. That's it. There's no conversation. That's what it was.
That's when you made the decision. After that conversation right there, you say, "Nah, I can't live under this rule."
It wasn't a conversation. It was an altercation. In the altercation, I love my father. My father loved me. But we are two men at it. That it'll never be the same again. You can't sleep comfortably around me, and I can't sleep comfortably around you.
How similar are you to your father?
I don't know. He's a great man. I'm saying,
Because y'all butting heads.
Right, but I'm saying that generally happens with a father-son dynamic. It was just that religious relationships are always difficult in families. And they always are.
Before he got to the point, because the dynamic, he's father, your son. Before that dynamic, and you step up on his level and you challenge him, you felt it was best for you to leave.
No. I'm not being challenged. I'm being beat to death.
Oh, he was abusive.
I didn't say that. I said we were in an altercation.
I see what you did there. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there, Cat.
Yeah.
I saw what you did. You was in an altercation. You didn't say you lost. You said you was in an altercation.
I in no way gave you the impression that I won anything. I'm the one leaving. I'm out of bounds. This is his house.
Right.
Yeah. So as long as I'm going to be under his roof, there are certain things that I'm going to have to do.
Right.
And the only way that's going to change is either this or that. And I'm saying I had two younger brothers. Like I'm not an unreasonable.
That's amazing he's able to leave.
Mental issues whatsoever, despite what they lead people to believe. You know, I make pretty good decisions.
Were you not? So how was their relationship with your father? Were you not afraid to leave them?
So Acorns is a financial tech company. So I bought everyone's gifts today with.
Oh man, it's cool.
Were you not? So how was their relationship with your father? Were you not afraid to leave them?
Your free will is the devil itself.
Have you ever thought about what your life would have been had you stayed in Dayton, Ohio?
No. That's like asking somebody that's in the NBA for 14 years, like, what would have happened if you didn't come to the NBA? I shudder to think. I joke. Now that's his joke, and the joke is everywhere. That just sets it up for people to steal.
So how many times must you tell a joke before you master it?
Okay about that.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So
trying to get
that's how it started.
As
you begin to get better, you begin to be able to speak to your entire fan base. And that's really what's been helpful, is that I've been having the same conversation with my fan base for 12 comedy specials.
Is that what set Katt Williams apart? Is your range? Is that you can do a comedy, do 45 minutes in the church. I can go to a comedy club in front of 250, or I can go into an arena with 15,000. That's range, because everybody can't do that, Cat.
Well, if that's what range is.
I don't know what's on his damn medallion. I don't know. You got me. I got no clue. You tell me, Jibba, what's on his medallion. I have no idea.
It's not like it can't be condescending.
I never even thought about it.
I'm talking to my white male friend when I'm telling that white joke.
Right.
When I'm talking about this joke about this black lady, I know that black lady. That's who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to this fan base that I've been speaking to from the beginning. I already told them what I was on when I first came in. I told them they was gonna come after me. They was gonna cancel me. They was gonna say terrible things about me and try to mess my life up. I said that coming into stand-up. I'm saying it in my
So you knew it was going to be.
It has to be. I know I'm going into the belly of the beast. How could I be naive? I know that I'm going into Satan's playground, but I'm trying to be so good that you got to bring me in so close that I can see who's doing what and what's going on in there.
In San Francisco, you joined the Nation.
I was never in San Francisco. I was in Oakland.
You was in Oakland. Did you join the Nation? Is that?
Yeah, Honorable Minister Farrakhan and I have an extremely close relationship. He refers to me as one of his sons. So, I spent a particular period of time. Let me explain.
Yes.
Because my particular background was already religious and super strict, right? I didn't find out about other religions by reading about them. I went to their religion. I don't want to learn from Jewish people from outside. I want to be in a synagogue. I don't want to learn about Muslim people I want to be in a mosque. I don't want to hear about the Baptist or the Pentecostal. I want to go to their church and see. And so that was the religious discovery that I was on through that period in my life.
When did you know you were funny?
Probably about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
So you didn't think as a child, because obviously you said the very structured background, your family was very religious, so obviously you didn't get an opportunity.
I never did the talent show. I was never in any extracurricular activities. I was never in drama. I was never in band camp. I was never Boy Scout.
And you didn't stay in school long enough to get for it because you dropped it.
You understand? So there was no, I don't tolerate high school games. I didn't go to high school. I don't know how most of the games they think I play, I'm not even aware of them.
But Katt, for you to get on stage, and like I said, a lot of comedians, I had a few here, they're like, okay, I told jokes to get girls, I told jokes to, get people to laugh at someone else.
Yeah.
But you, it's like, you say you did comedy one time in Florida.
Yeah.
And you had this other opportunity, like in Oklahoma, that they were going to take you out if you won the talent show. You were going to go on the road with these well-known comedians.
And I did.
But I'm just saying, how in Florida at 13, 14 years of age, you're like, 16, I can do that.
Well, because I knew that there were a lot of other things I could do. Like, when I looked at drug dealers, I thought I could do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, right. And who doesn't like that?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it. But now that I got to do it on this side, but no, your question was, when did I think I was funny? I never was my biggest fan. To this day, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a fan of comedy. I like great comedians. Like, I like Chappelle. I like Patrice O'Neal. Like, I like the greats of comedy because I do. Like, I like Ron White. I like Bill Engvall. Like, I know comics. Like, people that did the craft, they raised me. I was touring with Steve Marmel and Richard Jenny, a real journeyman. So my comedy upbringing was standard. I thought you had to work all night, every night, all around the country, and you had to write jokes, and that you were trying to write jokes that other people weren't writing, and that your job was to be funnier. Like, people that know me will tell you, I've been on this. Like, I had a list of all the black comedians that were more famous than me. There was 300 of them on the list, and I had to be able to cross them all out before I could make it to the next level, before I felt like I was funny enough to do that. And so I appreciate what competition does for sports and for my particular sport. And comedy is a sport.
What gave you the confidence that you could get on stage?
Past that.
You remember I was 5 years old on stage.
Past that.
You own for the city, yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
I believe you saw the video.
Controversial.
Stop telling people to
Google
write a
commercials.
book and finally get it done. You know your book.
About, as a comedian, the audience's opinion is the only opinion that matters, not you, the writer, not none of that. And so I don't think any comedian has ever been booed unnecessarily either. Oh yeah. I'm saying what do they say when the guy shoots the air ball in the NBA? They say air ball, and make sure everybody knows. But again, he still got to get back on D.
Right.
Like the game didn't end. He don't get to throw his hands up and sulk.
Right.
That's supposed to be used as a learning experience. Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, well, this guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis, and I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're going to say that, you got to go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody you got to put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I got to come and talk to Shannon. I got to lay it down at the altar.
You know every comedian.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin praise. This is the reckoning. 2024. The reckoning. You know every comedian that's been on my show. You watch every episode. That's not what you said.
There's the other side of Kirk Franklin playing.
Limiting me.
Oh, you watch every episode because you know things. You know things.
That's always where I'm trying to come from, whether it's comedic or otherwise. That's why even if you see me get arrested 10 times in a row on TV, as a fan of mine, you can be like, he's gonna be right out. Yeah, but he just said, he didn't do it. He couldn't have. It's stupid. Why would he do something stupid knowing he got to come back and talk to us? No, they respect that every time it happens, I'm going to be free as a bird sitting out here talking to you about it, that it really was what I said it was. That's all.
You end up, you come down, you're in LA.
Yeah.
Now, I'm reading Katt Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's and Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award? You won Katt Williams.
These CEOs started with nothing. But they didn't just climb the ladder.
It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you with him.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question. You still a dude's joking to give him an award and then pay and write you on nothing about it. Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see it. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go... Kevin Hart went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why? Yes. Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I played 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just cause.
You work out, Cat? I mean, you work out, Cat?
I got to the gym.
You work at the gym? You push ups, sit ups?
My whole life it was just push ups and sit ups only. I would do like 100 push ups a day. Just.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No. Because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Like literally 100 a day. And I would do push ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs. And so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
golfer
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the tee, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
You playing for tips?
No. I found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Cat, for free, you can go further back. There, right? Wait, does it still count the same? Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever in the front tee.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help something, Cat.
Nope. No.
God, come on, Cat.
I didn't remember it happened until you just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something?
Tell you what's man, Jesus Christ.
Optimizing them? That's our thing. Say goodbye to guesswork and hello.
Cedric and Ricky Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny?
Listen to my damn video.
Ricky Sagan told you that they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Like
he cut out a movie, he canceled, he tried to new project after new project, nobody watch that shit.
Because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. Doesn't that mean good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have that like you the best at what you do? It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year.
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you're a Phase I Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
I mean, Steve got a lot of
DL still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're going to say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
It's a funny country thing.
Develop Money Mike and get, everybody talk Money Mike. How did you come up with that and say, you know what, this is how you should dress, this is how you should talk, this is how you should look, this is the kind of whip you should ride, this is how you should talk?
So if you remember that was my first movie, just understand that what I did then, I've done with every single role, whether it was an Emmy-winning role or whether it wasn't, whether I was playing somebody homeless, whether I was playing a dirty vagabond on Atlanta, whether it was an eccentric guy in First Sunday, regardless of what the role is, the first thing I do is erase me from it.
Okay.
So anything that I would naturally do, that's what I'm not going to do because I'm playing a different character. Right. So you going to keep just going out there telling jokes, not understanding that psychologically, the audience by 10 years is convinced that I'm funnier than you. They just don't know why. Because I'm putting out more content, better.
I had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
This was my situation. About 5 months prior to me getting this first audition for Friday After Next, I got this baby son. I'm holding him up above me. He grabs my little chain. He's playing with it, and he accidentally drops it. It breaks out my front 2 teeth. I'm in a situation now where when I go to the dentist, they telling me this is going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this right. They're not telling me what it's going to look like. I go get an estimate with no money involved, find out what I need to do. They find out you got a tumor in your upper jaw, so we're going to have to do a whole surgery for you. It's going to be 100 bands. I don't have it. And I'm only going to have this check from this movie. So while I'm doing this movie, we live in this trailer. This is where we live. So when they come to work at 5 in the morning, we already there. When they leave at night, we still there. We just double back because we understood that this is our one opportunity. And we have this opportunity to change our lives. It's like a young man going for the draft. Right. We can actually get in the league with this. There are 30 comedians on this cast. They're all magnificent. This is the holy grail of the situation. So yeah, I was able to make sure that, because it wasn't just my first movie, it was K.D. Albert's first movie, it was Terry Crew's first movie. I was the leader of this group, which meant that we didn't do their rehearsals, they did rehearsal, we did our own rehearsals daily to make sure that we were at the level of professional actors, which is what made it so egregious. That guy. Say, I was supposed to. You were supposed to what?
Can you get that was a good part of the movie, man? Santa Claus was funny, man.
The dude said the entire time we're...
Look how country talking Shannon. Man, yeah, good movie in that movie, man. Goddamn, Santa Claus was funny, man. Come on, Steve being country. Can't hardly talk. What's the difference between Shannon and Steve? Not much. Not much.
Filming. I can't play this role. They got a bandana over my nose and my mouth. My family not even gonna know who this is. So yeah, tell your story.
Terry Crews also said that you guys had a lot of conversation, that this was your opportunity and you needed to seize this moment.
Terry had the benefit of having been in some very high-profile situations already and took L's. Like, he had been in the league, you know what I mean? He had done pro wrestling. He had done a lot of things. He had been televised and some things that hadn't worked.
Right.
And this was just fortuitous for him. And now you know what nobody has ever said in the whole industry in 20 years about
recording.
Wow, man, that's a clip this thing up my fault, yo. Yeah, commercial. I should have clipped this thing up. I was too lazy.
Like Mike not getting raped in the bathroom.
Right.
So I understood going in that there's no reason. I lost for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. Yeah. That all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetish shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. And acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But, yeah, it's interesting. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the way side of these decisions.
You know, look, I've had Cube, I've talked to Cube, and a lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill, you don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to younger. Why you didn't get him vote the ball name you want to have that conversation? What you mean the independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket? What do you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos. That felt like they earned the opportunity because they were big. No, yeah. I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect he was gonna make?
Yeah, it was all week.
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So it was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was gonna go from there, and there was no.
You were gonna turn it back to Katt Williams.
Well, here's the thing.
Funny part about
what I'm saying if I did,
all the responses were weak as hell because everything he said was true. That's why they had no response. You see, Steve Harvey didn't even try to make no response because everything on him is true. You know, I had Katt Williams. Said the Entertainer come out. He looked weak and was messed up. You had Ludacris try to come out and do some rap song. He said he got sideburns now. Remember, because he said Ludacris got him a high light skinned weird faced woman. That's what you get. We said you get a high yellow, we said a light skinned weird faced woman. What you get. So of course, you know, ain't like Ludacris, some great actor. Only movie you ever see his ass in is in The Fast and Furious. That's right. You don't see his ass in nothing else. Because there's another Negro that can't act his way out of a paper bag. So they got a franchise that's like 20 films in. And he do got him a light-skinned, weird-faced white woman. He do.
And I did a good job at it. You can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not going to come later on and tell you, I never even read the whole script. So how do you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read it? He's like, these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
The best side hustle to start in 2022 is not by doing e-commerce, real estate, or writing blogs that no one's ever going to read.
I guess so.
You already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys have like. And he now opening it up. Don't suck and such open the gate, but.
Remember the Gatekeepers? Oh man, I damn internet that went out. I damn thing that went off, y'all. Sorry about that. But anyway, we'll wrap this thing up. Violation one for what? That was thinking what? No hate speech. We talking about hate speech. What are you talking about? No hate speech on here. What are you talking about? We flagged for hate speech. We sure Katt Williams talking. They talking about some TikTok on hate speech. Talking about what they do on this thing. What are you talking about? This TikTok be ridiculous. We talking about Katt Williams airing other people out. There's no hate involved. We talking about with hate speech. Get your warning. Talking about Katt Williams talking about these other comedians being liars and crooks. That's hate speech. It don't even make any sense. No hate speech there. What are we talking about? These apps are so phony and so fraudulent. It would be hate speech. In what way? You might tell the truth about other entertainers. But anyway, yeah, I forgot to plug my thing. My thing and it went off on me, guys. I have it always plugged in. That's what I get. That's what I get. But the funny thing about it is, right, that he's aired out all these individuals that have been gatekeepers. the ones that are behind Hollywood. You know, there's a thing called hate speech on this TikTok nonsense. What hate speech have we said? What are you talking about? See, right now we are in such censorship where things don't even make sense. We're not allowed to speak any truth nowhere on any of these platforms. Nothing makes sense anymore. How can I be speaking hate speech and I'm literally showing someone else airing out his problems with other people? What is hateful about that? But see, we're in such censorship times. They want to censor everything. Have you not talk about anything real? I mean, what hate speech? There's no hate speech nowhere. It's completely asinine. No profanity, no nothing. Where's the hate? Hate on what? This man is telling the truth about comedians that have done him wrong? What are you talking about? You know, the censorship we have now is completely absurd. They don't want us to say anything about anything. That's why I've been so haven't been coming on these damn things every week like I'm supposed to. Every time you turn around, you say something, it's supposedly some fake hate speech they're talking about. You didn't say no hate speech about anybody. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, he said light-skinned, weird-faced women. Yeah, that was hilarious. They say we all get one. That was a funny joke. He said we all get one. And somebody saying a joke is now hate speech. See, it's become completely asinine in this world. That joke's not even allowed anymore. It's supposed to be hate. How is everything hate speech? That's a joke. Trip out with these fake ass apps. Then you just do regular talk and now it's supposed to be hate speech for making a joke. Not hatred to nobody. But I thought it was good to air out a lot of stuff. I'm talking about Hollywood and the things you have to do to go through Hollywood, right? The things you have to go through in Hollywood. Like everybody's out there sucking penis. Everybody, you know, these are all conspiracy theories back in the day. It's all been now validated. And you got all these controversies going on now with P. Diddy, TD Snakes, no good butt, right? As Pastor Gino Jenkins calls them, yeah, there with the rappers and stuff, he's out there, there's no good TD Snakes. You guys see Gino Jenkins on the damn videos? He out there messing with people, and weird people. You want to be the rappers with no good nasty butt? Well, I'm sure pretty soon they're going to come for TD Jakes too. That's another phony, another snake. Another wolf in sheep clothing. This ne'er-do-well Negro. And all these other entertainers were backing. I mean, he was a preacher of all the elite entertainers, especially Oprah, no good. But every time somebody's hooked up with Oprah, they're always wicked. They're doing all kind of deviant sexual shit. Isn't that crazy? Every time somebody's hooked up with Oprah, they're always doing some deviant sexual shit all the time. That's the norm. Everybody's doing some deviant sexual shit with Oprah. Oprah's always doing some deviant shit. With Oprah. Every time they're with Oprah, they're doing some deviant sexual shit. And she don't know nothing about it. But anybody black, she throws under the bus. So, you know, it's time to air out all these gatekeeper Negroes. The fact is that they hurt us politically because these are the ones they put out in front of us to push the jargon of the elite to keep us blind, deaf, and dumb. That's one of the main issues. That's one of the main problems that they put them out in front of us, especially like a Steve Harvey. I remember back in the days to bring that other handkerchief head moron Tom Joyner in front of us to push the same fake narrative to us to sit on our hands and wait for these no good Democrats. You know, becomes absolutely crazy, absolutely asinine. But like I said, this was hilarious. Obviously, it was proven truthful. The video broke the internet. All these entertainers have been aired out. And like I said, the only one that was silent, kept silent, was Steve Harvey. Because, he cannot defend none of the things he's done. He knows most black people always see him as a bootlick and a no good tool for white supremacy, except the people that follow that born morning show he got. I don't know where that come on at anymore. Does it still come on? I don't have no clue. But, he never had no ground to stand on. Steve Harvey that's why he never made no comeback video. Everybody else that tried to have a rhetorical comeback were all proven liars. Like Kevin Hart with his dumb comeback and talking about his movie. Zed the Entertainer, he clearly showed he was stealing jokes. Maybe he's smiling, not funny, but whatever nonsense he was saying. So like I said, I enjoyed the video thoroughly. That's it. Also, man, I'm back for good. I always keep saying I'm back, but I'm back for good every week. I'm not gonna be able to do a show tomorrow because I just got in the day and gotta leave right back out. I got in this morning, gotta leave back out, but it's been that. Oh, a little side note, family. Let me let everybody know. I had to shut down that Ugandan studio, man. It was just too much. It was too much financially on me. I just gotta focus on too much. You need up too much money. So I'm gonna have to let the Maria and them go in Uganda because it was just too much. It was just eating me up financially. It was just too much on me. So I had to, break down that studio, and that's a wrap on that. So before you guys ask me what happened with Maria and Settle, I had to wrap that Ugandan studio up. That shit was killing me financially. So that's a wrap on that thing there. I had to let that bad boy go. So before you guys ask what happened to Maria, they took the long walk. They took the long walk home. Shit. Cause now I had to hire another staff of salespeople. So that seemed to be more important to get a sales team together, to get out there and get some damn sales going on over in Kenya than to pay them over in Uganda. So it is what it is, family. So with that, family, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Been on here 2 hours. Say much love, family. I'll be back again next week, Saturday and Sunday if I'm here, or Friday and Saturday. Everybody have a good night. I want to say peace to everybody. Black, hot, fire. I'm out. Everybody have a good night. Woo! We out. Black, hot, fire. Come on. Everybody on YouTube, smash that like button when you leave. Smash that like button, poor brother, before you leave out here. Everybody on TikTok, tap that screen. If you're on Rumble, hit that like button. You gotta smash that like button on your way out, family. Don't cross it, nothing. Smash that like button on your way out. Black, hot, fire. We out, black, hot, fire. Everybody have a blessed night, good weekend. He damn sure did, because that was Shannon right there. That's what he be doing. Exactly right, Jim, but that's what he be doing. Green alarm, school's out, stupid. Black, hot, fire. We out. Black, hot, fire. Take care, fam. See everybody later. I think I'm finally back because it's the new year. Gotta fulfill my duties every weekend now. Black. No excuses. Hot. Fire. No more excuses. Black. Hot. Fire. What's up, family? See everybody later on. Everybody have a good one. Uh-oh. My sound at. Peace, family. Have a good night. I'm out.